not rich, if you ain't rare, if you don't stand out, if you ain't across the board successful, it doesn't mean shit to me. If you got straight tits and you're in your Rolls Royce, you look like a fucking clown to me. I'm just laughing at your dumb fucking ass.
Okay.
How is Fresh laughing when he got the same tits he talking about?
Change it, motherfucker. How the are you gonna
How's Fresh laughing
if you don't
when he got the same tits that he talking about? Fresh don't work out.
Weakness is their way out. They're not gonna listen to you. You're sitting there possessing shit that they don't want to have. So I mean, this is what people say. Oh, it's not about the money. It's about family, Wes. It's about this, about that. Motherfucker. When you're making money, it's about the money. When it's family, it's about family. When you're at the gym, it's about muscle. Whatever you're doing, it's about that. There's no black and white life. It's the gray area. You have to be good at everything. That's the goal, to really excel in every area. And that's the worst thing about these motherfuckers. They try to give you relationship advice.
See, the one thing I don't agree with there is that you don't have to do anything, right? It's all about it's about your perspective and what you value as valuable. So if you don't see certain things as valuable, then to you, that's not success, right? If someone is obsessed with their family, that's the only thing that matters to them, then, I don't know, being in shape, if that's not an issue for his wife or whatever, then that's not an issue for him. So he's not focused on that. So that doesn't mean that automatically, because if he's rich and he has a good family and everything else like that, but he's not in shape, that means that he's a failure in life. Should he be in shape? Yes. But him failing in that aspect doesn't necessarily throw in the garbage all the other things he's fucking accomplished. Right. And that comes from someone who's in shape. So miss me with that bullshit.
And it's just like, also, he said you have to be successful all across the board. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're not successful in one aspect alone, and they find happiness in that. Like, right. It's okay that they find happiness in that one aspect and cherish it. Right.
Everybody
so it's not like they have to be successful in every single thing that they do.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, looking like how he looked, everybody don't gotta be a cookie cutter meathead. Like, relax, nigga. Like, you took your fucking pre-workout too early. Calm down.
Your Rory to show it.
Right? It's like, relax, brother. Like, Jesus.
Got a borderline Miami 2. That's like a fucking Mississippi 6. Don't give me relationship advice to my 10 when you got a 2, motherfucker. Shut up. But this is the whole thing. People don't think I put the measuring stick to their mouth.
That's advice.
I know, but even in that context, he's fucking stupid, because like, what a woman is not all what she looks like.
Right. Like, so his
personalities matter too if you're gonna stay with someone long term.
Right. So it doesn't matter whether yours is quote unquote better, it still would have to give you the same effect of wanting the desired relationship.
Because literally this nigga's talking about you got a Miami 2. It's like, okay, so his Miami 2 is loyal and supportive. The thought you got is a 10, right. but is stealing money from your bank account.
Right.
Like, who do you think has it better off, bro? Are you stupid?
Get him out of here.
Just because a bitch look good don't mean she good for you.
Pack him up.
Let me tell you something. How many motherfuckers have thought just like him, got with a baddie, and had to divorce him and take his money? Quit playing, son.
Life ruined.
That's like a 5-year-old's fucking view of the world. Like, you stupid? All that money, you gonna lose it fucking around like that.
Watch what they say around a motherfucker who's beating them in every area. You better have a bad bitch. You better be ripped. You better can be rolling some sick shit. That's what I like. I grew up hustling. There's be rims on my goddamn Phantom. Go out front. That ain't normal Phantom. That's a Mansory Phantom. I don't have the normal shit like that. Chicks got upgrades. Done.
Well said, Wes. God damn.
True wealth is a rejection of materialism. As Christ said himself, what good does it benefit a man to gain the entire world at the cost of his soul? It's okay to have
I don't necessarily agree with that either.
It's not against Christian ethics to become rich, become wealthy, but I just think it's all beside the point, ultimately. You're trying to go for a single thing, and it's to achieve something greater than
money.
The person.
Does he have money?
The one thing I'll say is that I don't necessarily agree with that either, because the fuck I look like trying to live like a biblical fucking saint. Walking around barefoot on dirt road and shit. I'm not doing that, bro. Fuck that.
It's a metaphor basically saying don't become blindsided by the riches that you lose sight of what you're truly trying to gain out of it.
Out of life.
Which is more has more greater value to it.
Like your fulfillment. I get that. But
right. So there is profoundness in what he's saying. But people are taking it too
literally or to an
to
extreme?
the face exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
It's more behind.
Yeah, I
what
guess
he's
it
saying.
could be more you can alter it and apply it to your own situation.
So
but,
like
but
I agree with it.
I get what he's saying, but the way he said it makes it sound like we all just gonna go live this fucking biblical shirt off my back fucking lifestyle. Fuck that shit.
No.
I tell you what, I have my money. I do what I want with it.
But he does have a point that humans basically run the world. So I mean, don't become blindsided by human error and fault that you end up leading the same way and then losing the hindsight what the value is that you're trying to get in the first place.
Yeah.
No.
Do you have money?
No, I don't have.
How much
I don't
money do you
have.
have?
I don't
Does he
have
have
money.
That doesn't matter.
But here's the thing. Why is money valuable?
That doesn't matter.
How much do you have
Why?
money?
What is money valuable for?
I'm just asking. Do you have money?
I just said no. I'm broke.
He's
I'm
lying.
broke.
Like really, you are?
Even though he's
Yeah.
lying,
Is
he
he really
answered the
broke?
question.
Yeah. Bro.
He's not broke.
I just want to know. I have to know.
No, I'm not.
Irrelevant.
I'm not one of these rich guys. I don't have a Bugatti. I don't have a Lambo.
But to
I
him,
don't-
it's
I just
relevant.
have to know.
It's
Like,
not.
how much
No,
money?
what I'm saying is that whether he has money or doesn't have money is irrelevant because that is again a low IQ way to debate or the way to think about an argument.
true.
That instead of being able to discuss it on a philosophical level, he instead is like, well, if you don't have it, you can't talk about it. Are you 6?
No, but in the sense that he's not asking, he's cutting the bullshit and asking, like, it's not what you do for a living that makes you money or whatever.
Yeah, but he's saying,
He's
do
cutting-
you? But he's
right.
gonna say, because I've seen this before, that you don't. If you don't have money, then you can't make a value judgment on whether money is something that it to be strived for in life, and that's fucking stupid. That makes no sense because you don't need to have something to be able to understand it. You don't.
But just like everybody else that talks about it, people who don't have money strive to get money, and those who don't have who have money are doing X, Y, and Z or whatever. So that's his whole point.
I get it.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, that doesn't take away from his ability to say what he values in his life. And that's because you value money in your life means that he has to value money in his life. Otherwise, he's not a valuable person.
Right.
I don't know if that's necessarily accurate.
Right.
Now, if he's failing to take care of his family, that's an actual marker that we can look at and say that, well, you're not doing good. But if he's taking care of his family, doing what he needs to do, the fact that he doesn't have a fucking Rolls Royce like you doesn't mean that he's a failure necessarily.
Exactly.
But that's not. He's gonna say if you don't got a Rolls Royce and a fucking $5 million house that you fucking up. And you can't have an opinion on shit, which
Yeah.
is dog shit.
Right.
Probably the $5 in my pocket, not much more.
Can anyone answer for the guy?
Why do they think I'm kidding? I have a family. I take care of an entire family. That takes a lot
He's
of
doing
money.
all right. He's doing all right.
I can't say it's not all about being in good
Why-
shape.
why not?
If you don't have money, you can't say it's not all about money.
Yeah, why
But
not?
if he does have money, he can say that.
Why not?
He
Why can't you say? Why must you have the thing
Because
before you hang on? Let me ask the
Because
question.
hypothetical is
Let me ask the question.
hypocritical.
Let me ask the question.
Hypothetical is
How do you
hypocritical.
even know what I was going to
talking
say before I've even been allowed to
I know
ask
what
the
you're
question?
gonna say.
Then what was I going to say?
You're gonna say why can't you ask the question?
Okay, so that's not what I was going to say. What I was going to say is how in the world can you create a standard that it's inappropriate to ask somebody, how come if I don't have X thing, because I don't value X thing, does that mean X thing is actually valuable?
You've never experienced it, so you can't speak about
You
it.
think that I haven't experienced wealth? Even
I
poor
was
people,
asking if you did.
Even poor people experience days of wealth.
I was
They-
asking if you
even
did.
poor
I don't know
people-
who you are.
But even poor people experience days of wealth. And so the thing is
No,
it's
definitely not.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
definitely
Definitely
so.
not.
Well, it depends on what your
Definitely
definition of
so.
wealth
The
is.
lowest
Right.
lows and the highest
And what you
highs.
value.
So what's the distinction? After you make X amount, hundreds of thousands of dollars, if you look at the studies done on this, it does not
I don't
hugely,
fit no fucking
it
studies.
does not
bro.
hugely improve a person's
Are
life.
you proud of who the
Bro,
you are?
why
Bro,
don't
look
you
at.
even
Are
let
you
me
proud?
finish?
If you look in the
What
mirror,
is that?
would you guys say this motherfucker's proud of who the fuck he is? That's a bag of trash, dude. Pull your fucking shirt
Because
off
I've
and
been-
tell me you're fucking proud
Because
of
I've
His
yourself.
been
roids are
in
showing.
prison.
Yep.
Jesus Christ,
Because
look
I've been
at
to
you, bro.
prison.
You got 10-inch arms and tits. Men don't have tits.
No,
you
they
guys.
go to prison.
Get your ass
Hold on,
beat
hold
in
on,
front
You
of
think that
everybody.
that's better? You think that that's
Okay,
better?
let's let him give his definition of.
Like I said, people who don't know how to argue, people who have the IQ of fucking goldfish, this is what they do. When you can't win the argument or you can't even comprehend the argument that's being given to you, you can't be on the level with it. Instead, you start attacking the person. He said, would you be proud of, like, what are you talking about? Shut the fuck up. Shut your mouth. Like, This is how to demonstrate that you're a fucking pussy. Because that's what a pussy does. You pick on someone who can't fight back. You're a bully. That's all you are. I guarantee you if one of the other big dudes had the same opinion, you wouldn't talk to them like that.
Besides, there are people in this world who find things that are priceless, that you can't even put a price to, valuable to them. Like, there are certain things in this life that you cannot put a price on that are valuable for other people as opposed to money or materialistic things. So you can't sit here and say that he doesn't have anything valuable just because he doesn't have money.
And nigga said he's fat. I was like, congratulations, he is. But like,
do.
that doesn't prove the point you're making, though.
His happiness isn't measured by your
Having
success.
in 10 inch arms is what a man is,
let's
you
let him-
guys.
let's let him get
Please
his-
don't listen to that.
Prison. But anyway, if you want,
Fuck yeah.
if you want to follow the successful mantra of a man who tells you he's reformed from prison, understand why they might have gone there.
Motherfucker acting like he's still in prison.
And
To take
yes,
care of a
I do
family.
think.
So apparently this guy used to be in prison and now he's come out.
That you're doing everything you can to support him. That's
Then
what
when
I
you
think
go to the
success
beach
is.
with your family, they're like, there's my stud dad right there standing there. My dad's a superhero. Look what he brought to the table. Look how hard this guy works. He came from
Sure.
nothing to this.
Yeah.
He's, God damn it.
You're still whining. Stop whining.
That
You're
is
just
a
making an
product.
argument.
I'll smack your fat
So
ass.
you're gonna attack.
Straight
You're gonna
up.
attack.
All right.
No, but dude,
Great.
nobody's
Do you
whining.
usually attack armed
This is
men
how
in
I
Florida?
talk. Dude,
All right.
be cold. Look
Let's
at
just-
your guy.
Not for nothing.
He cold.
There have been plenty of kids who looked up to their father just because they were cool, attentive, and were there for them, taught them things, and gave them knowledge on how to move in life. And they looked up to their father just fine. Just because they didn't have money doesn't mean that they weren't their hero.
He cold.
Let that be straight.
He cold.
Let that be straight. It's not about the materialistic things. It's actually being attentive and there for your children and actually guiding them. So let's be straight on that. And it doesn't have to do, yeah, you can amaze them, wow them, dazzle them, razzle them, whatever you want to call it. But guess what? There are more people out here who have a connection with their fathers that just be laid back just because they spent time with them, just because they fed them knowledge, just because they guided them in life and told them the rights from wrongs. So let's get that straight. You're a fucking bullshitter. You're on roids and your roids are showing. Shut the fuck up. Have several
This
seats.
nigga definitely, he was on they called him on the way to the gym and he had already taken his pre-workout. So then he's like, all right, well, I'll just come here anyway. Cause like, what is this fucking animosity? And you so pussy, you threatening motherfuckers to smack motherfuckers. You got up 2-3 times and sat back in your seat and didn't do nothing to nobody. You pussy. That's what I'm talking about.
Gonna sit here and disrespect
Talk too
somebody
much.
like my father. Fuck out of here.
You talk too much because I don't understand why you first started with the insults. What is the reason for that? And then second of all, after he doesn't back down, he's not scared of you, then it's, I'm gonna smack you. What are you talking about? You're gonna smack me? For what?
Right.
What are you doing? And then on top of that, he's so fucking goofy, he didn't even hear bro's response. He got a gun.
Yeah, right.
And you just, that's how you get shot, stupid.
Nah.
He got a gun, and it's in Florida, boy. You getting boomed in here. What the hell?
He just really pissed me off with that father bullshit because that's ridiculous. Like, a lot of people have great fathers, and it's not just because of fucking money.
Himself.
Guys,
I've never
guys.
seen such a pathetic mother.
Okay, well,
Let's chill out a little bit, man. A little bit.
This is not what men
Let's let him.
look like.
Let's let him.
What do they
finish
look
his-
like?
You want to be target practice?
What do they look like? Bald prisoners? Is that what they look like?
This is the
let's let
problem
him-
in society. Is people like this think they can talk to someone like me like that.
What? Do you hear this? Do you hear this madness?
You came after him.
You
and-
came after him. He held his own to defend himself, to not let you punk him. And now he thinks he can talk to someone like me like that. He should pull the blammer on you. You're a goofy.
Your roids are showing.
They really think they can. He knows he wouldn't do shit about it, and that's the problem.
I mean,
He just told you that he would put lead in your body. He just told you that. He just said that to you. But you missed that part. It's like, this is what I'm talking about. He can only hear himself talk. It's fucking crazy. Big, bald-headed, goofy
got
motherfucker.
hostile for having a difference of opinion.
Dude, check it out. You started coming at me about some other shit. Jesus Christ, men don't have. We can agree on
he's
that.
victim
Physically,
blaming.
Men usually have hair. We
he
can
has
agree on
cro-
that too.
He has crossed over gender barriers.
He's just way too
Don't-
quick.
Don't roids do that to you too? I'm just just gonna sit here.
Yeah, roids definitely make you
I'm
lose
just
your
gonna
hair.
sit
All right,
here.
brother, whatever. Like, I tell you, too much pre-workout. You gotta relax, son. When you start picking on people who you know can't beat your ass and who aren't even trying to fight you, you let everybody else in the room know you's a pussy. For real.
Yep, you squeaky toy.
Right. It's like, when somebody really comes to show this nigga how to behave, he gonna fold like a lawn chair. I'm telling you.
He's the type of person to get his ass beat by an MMA fighter.
Or
So go that
by
hot shit.
anybody, man. By
Yeah.
anybody. This dude, he thinks I've been to jail. I don't care where you been, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are like that. Just because you go to the gym, your muscles are.
No, he said he been to jail.
Well, that too.
Cause he came out of jail. So
You
now
work
he
out
think,
in jail too. Guess what? Just because you work out and got big muscles doesn't mean you know how to fight. Like
Right.
you're not skilled. I'm
This
sorry.
motherfucker went to this nigga went to prison, got some prison tattoos, came out, got some neck tattoos, and then thought he could beat up everybody in the world. Like, shut the fuck up, son. That's how you get put on a t-shirt for real. Keep playing, son.
Like you're strong. Okay, great. But
Son was
do
gonna
you
send him to
actually
the
have
fucking
skills?
gulag. Quit playing. What skills gonna help you dodge gunfire? He think he Batman? He done for. Pop, pop. Bro told you he was armed, and you still proceeded to threaten him. You're stupid.